It's the 10th of August 2010. Somewhere in one of the Germany countryside, an artist called Wolfgang was hiding in his house studio where he used to make his usual art. And while he was sitting on his chair facing his painter's easel, a group of police stormed the studio. They asked him to raise his hand and did accuse him for a thing that Wolfgang was very aware of: producing incredibly convincing fake painting for at least $35 million. Not just like that, this mastermind sold over 200 forged artwork to auction houses, experts, and art dealers, perfectly and flawlessly for over 3 decades. And no one could spot the dark side of the story, how he did it. This is not just a scam effort, it's a big scandal that touched the whole Germany. Investigators recognized that this arrest was the only beginning of unrevealing the full extent of his forgery scheme, cause what they discovered later is so odd. Going back in time, in 1965, where Wolfgang was living his teenhood, at his father's studio, he used to observe him hourly doing his job as a restorer of churches' frescoes. Thus, the only thing that Wolfgang could learn is handle a brush almost as soon as he can hold a spoon. Time didn't pass so long until he could imitate the old masters, not just copy but inhabit their styles. His father was so astonished and speechless for the talents embraced by his son, and when he grew up, Wolfgang attended art school where he thought this decision will boost his skills and make him a better artist. He was mistaken, cause he got bored. Thus, he did drop out from college. In that moment, Wolfgang asked himself from how can I be a better artist to how to create a great art profit. To become a mastermind art forger, that doesn't mean you have to copy well-known paintings like Mona Lisa. The key role plays on lesser-known works by famous artists, so no one could doubt the forgery. This is what exactly Wolfgang did. The rest of his 20s spent it on traveling from Berlin to London to Paris. And one day he could spot a customer that sold him one of Lichtheim collection. The customer heard the story of it and liked his fake art. Anything else wouldn't be important for Wolfgang. As that mastermind entered his 30s, he got tired of living on little money. Thus, he had the courage to start copying paintings that are well known in the art world. Going back in the history of Germany, during the World War II, there were a number of paintings that had confiscated from all the Germany museum, under Hitler's order, who prohibited the modern art. After 50 years, Wolfgang became seen at last as a great opportunity to reappear what had been lost from Germany, but on his own way. On a first phase, Wolfgang didn't sell known existing paintings by famous artists. He sold newly invented paintings that he forged in the style of famous artists and then passed them off as a lost or previous undocumented masterpieces. Copying a painting for Wolfgang is not just a technique, it's a deep process that made him observe the lifestyle of original artists, who did the painting, what colors he is influenced by, and material used by the artist. Entering the new century, the choice fell on Max Ernst, a famous German surrealist painter. The painting called La Forêt, he claimed that La Forêt too was created by Max Ernst. He crafted a fake provenance, saying it came from a long-lost private collection. The forgery fooled experts and dealers. Everyone wanted to buy it. Thus, he could sell it for $2 million, making it one of his biggest early successes. In that moment, Wolfgang couldn't believe that he could receive that huge amount of money, thinking optimistically of what he will create more in the future. Entering the new century, Wolfgang could sell a numerous forgeries to celebrities. With no authentication or contract, the business was just get treated by shaking hands, then gaining millions of dollars. His lifestyle had changed dynamically. He became living in the most royal boulevard in Germany. At that moment, Wolfgang thought that he is living his golden age era. Unfortunately, he was not aware that his greed will lead him to his art's downfall. Around 2008, a customer bought one of the Wolfgang's forgeries, called Red Pictures with Horses, painted by Henrik Campendonck that he had sold for millions through a respected auction house. The customer wanted to confirm the painting's authenticity. He sent the paintings to a forensic art lab in Switzerland. The lab ran a pigment analysis and discovered something fatal about the painting. It was containing titanium white, a pigment not used in Campendonck's paintings during the time period. Actually, the original artist used a zinc white and lead white. The problem is that titanium white only became common in the art after WW2. That one mistake shattered the illusion. Investigators and art historians started looking closer at other paintings that had been sold through the same circle. They knew that Wolfgang was using one lie every time he comes to sell a painting. He invented a suspicious story, missing provenance, and importantly, Wolfgang used to choose paintings that had no photograph, exhibition records, or any archive that showed the artwork existed before it was put on the market. After his arrest in 2010, more chilling schemes had revealed. After the confession in 2011, police team recognized a lot of things. Back in early 90s, Wolfgang invented a fake backstory about Alfred Fleckham collection, a respected art dealer who lived during the Nazi regime, saying to buyers that his collection had been hidden away by German family for decades and only resurfaced recently after being inherited. To give that more logical sense, he posted his wife as a granddaughter of a fictional collection. They added the fake labels, auction stickers, and even doctored photographs to give the collection credibility. With at least 50 different artists had been forged and sold more than 300 works over 3 decades. On October 27, 2011, court in Cologne, Germany, had sentenced Wolfgang for 6 years in prison with $45 million that had to reimburse them to the victims. After the release, Wolfgang changed his career from painting forger to a real artist. He created from scratch his own Wolfgang brand that made him gain a real money and a real loyal customer.